Alright, hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness, a game for the isolated. Now I figured that this would be perfect while everyone's under quarantine for Corona. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Point Blip Studios. You are Nigel Wimble, hard-hitting PBTV documentary filmmaker. You were at 23 Millbury Close to finish filming the final episode of your award-winning series, How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness, a guide for the isolated. You have come to talk with Harold Fletcher, a 43-year-old man who has been grounded to his bedroom for over 30 years. Since his mother, Margaret, only allows Harold visitors for 15 minutes a day, you only have enough time to talk about 3 topics. Carefully choose 3 items of interest from Harold's room to learn how he copes with boredom and loneliness. Ooh, alright, let's talk about the race car bed. Every item tells a story, but not every story is relevant to Nigel's show. Alright. Want to talk about the bed?
A 42-year-old man still sleeping in a plastic race car bed? How pathetic.
You shut
And
your
it's
mouth.
just what I'm looking for.
Oh, Harold loves cars and sleeping. It only made sense to combine his passions.
Fair enough.
This oversized cuddly toy looks like it's grown old with Harold. I bet a story about these two growing up could pull at the heartstrings. Wait, what are those stains?
Oh,
Kevin's been rather good to me over the years.
oh my.
Harold's only view to the larger world is through this telescope. It breaks your heart, hopefully.
Maud from 94 is rather slender.
You need to chill it out. Let's think about this thing.
I noticed a mural on Harold's wall. 2 fish swimming away from each other. Did Harold paint this as a metaphor for the relationship with his mother?
That was the first and last time Harold scribbled on his wall.
Let's look at the clock.
I couldn't help but notice the novelty crab clock. Sometimes to combat loneliness, the isolated will attribute personality to inanimate objects, like in that Tom Hanks movie.
Oh, Harold loves that clock. We sometimes use it to time the intervals between Harold being naughty. For every 5 minutes he's good, I don't smack him round the head.
You need to chill. I don't like you.
An old toy truck, made by Harold's father, perhaps. Maybe I can trigger a painful memory.
Oh, Harold never plays with that, after everything his father did for him.
Potential soundbite. A poorly carved toy truck serves as a reminder of an absent father. Where sometimes life on the road means, Mummy, when's Daddy coming home? Well, that's gonna hit hard.
Oh, fuck.
An empty aquarium. Pet fish, like Harold, are prisoners to their environment. Well, I can draw a great parallel to this.
Harold's father was never there, so I got him a fish.
Oh, that's a great replacement.
How long has Harold been playing guitar? What if I've discovered a virtuoso? It looks well used.
Mother says I sing like a dog, howling in agony.
Potential soundbite. Music can turn your ears into eyes and show you worlds your eyes wouldn't believe. This looks like a screenplay. Is Harold writing a movie?
I like to write erotic drama set in science fiction landscapes.
That explains so much.
A modern TV? I'm surprised his mother allows him to watch television.
He's allowed that on no later than 8 p.m.
Boris the KGB movie came out in the 80s. Was this the last movie Harold went out to see?
Boris is actually ex-KGB. He fights for us now. It shows people can change, Mother. This is why I don't allow Harold to watch movies anymore. Rotting his mind with Soviet propaganda.
Harold's mother Margaret. How long will she punish him for?
Oh, I wish you'd stop staring at me, Mr. Wimble. Ooh, Harold doesn't need a father.
Okay.
Harold Fletcher, a curious man in a curious situation.
Is this going to take long? Mother says visitation is only 15 minutes today, even though you're the first visitor I've ever had.
Alright, I want to talk about the race car bed. I want to talk about his relationship with his rabbit. And I want to talk about his father. Alright, let's shoot the documentary. How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness, a guide for the isolated.
Are you sure this is the saddest music you could find? Hello, I'm Nigel Wimble, award-winning winner. Tonight on PBTV, I'm here to meet a man named Harold Fletcher as part of my How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness series. Harold has been grounded to his room for the past 30 years in an isolation case the likes we've never seen before. His mother Margaret, the warden to Harold's prison, has granted Harold a 15-minute visitation break to speak with us.
You won't mind a quick strip search for contraband, will ya?
We hope he can explain to us how he copes with the boredom and loneliness from 30 years of isolation. Harold still sleeps in the plastic race car bed he slept in as a child. You can imagine Harold dreaming about driving away from this isolated, childlike reality.
Well, I always had a passion for race cars as a child, but I suppose that passion has since left me, unlike the bed. Though I can't complain, the springs merely provide moderate pain and my feet dangle no more than 7 to 10 inches from the end of the mattress. Like Mother always says, as long as your head is above water, you can technically sleep anywhere.
We got achievement unlocked, Road of Isolation.
Harold and his cohabiter, an overstuffed rabbit, have been through hell together, but at least had each other to ease the loneliness.
Yes, Kevin is a dear friend. We've become rather close over these past few years and perhaps more than just friends at this stage.
Oh
What do you mean by that?
Well, Kevin has needs and I have needs. I'm forever sewing that towel back on.
We saw this kind of thing go on in our prison episode, so I'm not entirely surprised to see it happen in here too. Whether this arrangement is mutual, we will never know, as Kevin has decided to remain quiet during the making of this documentary. A poorly carved toy truck serves as a reminder of an absent father, where sometimes life on the road means, "Mummy, when's Daddy coming home?"
Harold's father has been absent for most of his life, mostly owing to the fact that he's dead. He was involved in a massive collision, resulting in 52 deaths. Father made me this truck himself. He said he used to work on it while he was on long journeys. The police officer said he was whittling the last piece when his truck collided with the school bus.
My time with Harold has come to an end. I hope one day he will find freedom and live a full life. Until then, he will continue to look for ways to cope with boredom and loneliness. I'm Nigel Wimble. Good night. Join us next week as Nigel investigates Jesus. Did he really have a beard? 9 p.m. Wednesday night on PBTV.
Focus group report regular. I laughed so hard I shit milk. 8 out of 10. Philip Owlbear. Wow, hard-hitting stuff. Anyone know where I could order a rabbit like that? 10 out of 10. A new van. Great, yet another depressing show on TV. I love them. 6 out of 10. Sue from Shit Swaddle. That was a how to cope with boredom and loneliness. I honestly love that. It was a little short thing. It's free on Steam. God, it was so interesting. There's so many different ways it could have gone. I honestly really enjoy that. And hey, maybe it's helped you out with your loneliness and boredom out there in quarantine. From my heart to yours, I'll see everybody maybe next day.